The Philadelphia Eagles did not spend this offseason trying to repair one weak spot. They ripped apart the version of the team everyone thought they understood. A proven star was traded. A new voice took control of the offense. A first-round rookie was brought in to change how defenses cover the field. Then Philadelphia added more speed, size, and pressure to a defense that was already difficult to attack. This was not a safe offseason built around small moves. It was a clear warning. The Eagles believed their old style had reached its limit, and instead of protecting what worked before, they chose to build something far less predictable. That decision now places the entire season in the hands of Jalen Hurts, because the quarterback is about to lead an offense that looks nothing like the one he ran a year ago. The biggest change started when A.J. Brown was sent to the New England Patriots. Losing a receiver with his strength and game-changing ability could have left a hole no team could quickly fill. Philadelphia responded by changing the structure around Jalen Hurts, instead of searching for one player to copy Brown. Devonta Smith now steps forward as the main receiver. Rookie Mekhi Lemon enters with the quick movement and route skill needed to attack from different spots. Saquon Barkley still forces every defense to respect the run before the ball is even snapped. And hidden inside this new group is one trusted veteran, who may receive more important chances than anyone expects. The Eagles are not asking one weapon to replace Brown. They are trying to make every part of the field dangerous at the same time. What makes this transformation even more serious is what happened on defense. Jonathan Greenard was added to bring proven pressure from the edge. Reek Woolen joined a secondary already built around Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. In the middle of it all stands Jalen Carter, a player capable of breaking an offense before the quarterback can settle into the pocket. Philadelphia now has the pieces to win with speed, power, coverage, or pressure, and Vic Fangio can change the answer depending on the opponent. Yet the most important mystery is still on offense. All these weapons mean very little if the new system cannot make life easier for Jalen Hurts. That is why the next part of this story begins with Sean Mannion, the first-time play caller trusted to turn a talented group into an attack the rest of the NFL cannot read. Sean Mannion is walking into Philadelphia with a job that sounds simple and feels impossible. Fix an offense with stars, protect what works, and give Jalen Hurts answers before pressure arrives. Mannion has never called plays in an NFL game, which makes this one of the boldest choices of the Eagles offseason. But his background explains the gamble. He spent years around offenses shaped by Sean McVay and Matt LaFleur, systems built to make every run and pass look connected until the defense commits. The change should begin before the snap. More movement can force defenders to reveal coverage. More play action can pull linebackers towards Saquon Barkley and open space behind them. Moving pockets can let Jalen Hurts attack without standing still while the rush closes. Philadelphia will not simply copy another team. Nick Sirianni has made that clear. The plan is to keep ideas the Eagles execute well, then add layers that make those looks harder to read. That balance matters, because changing everything at once can create mistakes before it creates points. This offense does not need tricks to look different. It needs timing, purpose, and easy completions when the game becomes tight. Mannion must connect the running game to the passing game without taking away the power that makes Philadelphia dangerous. If he succeeds, defenders will hesitate for one extra beat, and that beat can change a drive. But the system only works if the quarterback controls it. That puts the next question on Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has heard the same question. Can he carry the passing game when easy answers disappear? This season gives him a chance to answer it. He enters the year with a new coordinator, a new receiver room, and an offense designed to show him answers before the snap. Last season, he threw a career-best 25 touchdown passes with only 6 interceptions. Those numbers do not describe a broken quarterback. They describe a winner whose offense left plays on the field. The plan should help him attack. Motion can show whether a defender follows his man. Play action can freeze the middle. A moving pocket can give Hurts space to throw while keeping his legs available. The goal is not to turn him into another quarterback. It is to make his strongest skills easier to reach. He can punish teams deep, create near the goal line, and turn pressure into yards. What must improve is the rhythm between those explosive moments, especially when Philadelphia needs a completion to keep a drive alive. The pressure is real because the excuses are shrinking. Devonta Smith is ready for more responsibility. Saquon Barkley still demands attention. The offensive line is strong enough to give the system time. Hurts does not need to prove he belongs. His record did that. He needs to prove this offense can become calmer, faster, and more dangerous through him. The first player who may help unlock that change is the rookie Philadelphia refused to let another team take. Philadelphia did not wait for rookie Mekhi Lemon to fall. Howie Roseman moved from pick 23 to pick 20, trading with the Dallas Cowboys to secure the USC receiver before another team acted. That showed how strongly the Eagles believe in his fit. Lemon was not drafted to copy A.J. Brown. He was chosen because his movement, hands, and routes give this offense a different answer. In college, he produced 1,156 receiving yards and 13 total touchdowns, production backed by polish. Lemon can work inside, move outside, or attack after the catch. That freedom matters in Sean Mannion's offense, where changing position can force the defense to show its plan. Put Lemon in motion, and a corner may follow. Keep him inside, and a linebacker may be forced into coverage. Send him across the formation, and Jalen Hurts gets information before the ball moves. The rookie does not need to become a star immediately. He needs to make the field feel wider and the reads feel cleaner. The battle begins when defenses decide where to place their help. Devonta Smith can win outside. Lemon can threaten the slot. Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, and Dontavion Wicks bring different skills behind them. Suddenly, one coverage call cannot erase every option. That is the value Philadelphia bought with its trade. Yet the player gaining most from all this space is not the first-round pick. He is the trusted veteran, waiting between the numbers to strike. Dallas Goedert may be entering his most important season, and the reason is the new target map. Last year he caught 60 passes for 591 yards and scored 11 touchdowns, setting a Philadelphia record for a tight end. That production was not random. Jalen Hurts trusted him when space tightened, especially near the goal line. Now the receiver room has changed, and more throws can move toward the middle, where Goedert works best. Play action could make that role stronger. When Saquon Barkley pulls defenders toward the line, Goedert can slip behind them before coverage resets. Motion can hide his release. Short crosses can turn him into an easy answer when pressure arrives. His value goes beyond catches. He can block, sell the run, then appear in space a defender left. That is why his connection with Hurts matters so much. It gives a new System 1 relationship that does not need to start from zero. Philadelphia also drafted rookie Eli Stowers, a flexible tight end with the speed to move around the formation. He can learn behind Goedert while creating packages that place both players on the field. That possibility gives Sean Mannion another way to challenge linebackers without removing power from the running game. The only concern is availability, because Goedert's role means little if his body cannot hold up. Keep him healthy, and he may become the center of this offense. Then the story turns toward the move that changed the defense for good. Philadelphia made its biggest defensive move during the draft, when Howie Roseman sent valuable picks to Minnesota for Jonathan Greenard. The Eagles did not stop there. They gave him a 4-year deal worth about $100 million, showing this was no experiment. Greenard arrives after his sack total dropped, but his pressure remained strong. Philadelphia did not pay for one stat. It paid for a rusher who can win from the edge and move quarterbacks before routes open. That matters because Greenard joins a front where attention is divided. Jalen Carter can crush the middle. Jalix Hunt led the Eagles with 6.5 sacks last season. Nolan Smith brings speed and upside. AJ Epinesa and Arnold Ebiketie add more choices to the rotation. Greenard does not need to chase every snap or rescue the unit. He can stay fresh, attack clear matchups, and turn one weak block into a drive-ending play. For Vic Fangio, that kind of pressure creates freedom behind the rush. The trade also answered the loss of Jalen Phillips, who left in free agency. Instead of asking one young player to replace him, Philadelphia brought in a proven starter and kept the younger rushers involved. That is the move's strength. It raises the floor without limiting the ceiling. Greenard gives the defense a trusted closer, but his impact grows because of who stands behind him. The next layer is a secondary built to make every extra second feel dangerous this season. Vic Fangio now has a defense that can change its answer weekly. Start inside with Jalen Carter, whose power can ruin a pocket before the quarterback settles. Jordan Davis can control space beside him, while Moro Ojomo gives the line another rusher. Outside, Jonathan Greenard, Jalix Hunt and Nolan Smith can attack in waves. That depth matters late, when fresh legs turn a normal passing down into a problem the offense cannot escape. The speed behind that front changes the picture. Zach Bond can rush, cover, or chase the run without giving away the call. Jihad Campbell, now entering his second season, brings range through the middle. At corner, Quinion Mitchell can take difficult outside assignments, while Rick Woolen adds rare length and recovery speed. Then there is Cooper DeJean, the movable piece who can work from the slot, drop deeper, or change positions after the offense thinks it understands the coverage. Fangio can hide his plan because several players can handle several jobs. That flexibility is why Philadelphia belongs near the top of roster debates. One major national ranking placed the Eagles second, behind only the Los Angeles Rams. The ranking is not a trophy, and it will not win a single Sunday, but it shows how complete this group looks before camp. There is pressure from the front, speed in the middle, and coverage strength outside. Yet one area lacks the same certainty. If the safety room holds, this defense may have no comfortable place to attack consistently. The final question sits at safety, where Philadelphia enters camp with less certainty. Reed Blankenship left in free agency, and Sidney Brown was traded, removing experience. Andrew Mukuba should take a larger role after starting 10 games before landing on injured reserve. Beside him, Marcus Epps brings knowledge and experience. The concern is whether they can communicate, stay healthy, and prevent one deep mistake from changing January. Cooper DeJean gives Vic Fangio another option because he can move from the slot into safety. Michael Carter II, JT Gray, Andre Sam, and rookie Cole Wisniewski add competition behind the leading names. That gives Howie Roseman time to evaluate before another move. His history says the roster may keep changing deep into the calendar. Philadelphia does not need panic or a rush decision. It needs one reliable combination to emerge before the hardest stretch arrives. That is why the Eagles enter this season as more than a talented team. They have a new offensive direction, a quarterback with something to prove, young weapons with room to grow, and a defense built to finish games. 12 wins and another division title are realistic if the new system settles quickly and the safeties hold their ground. Nothing is guaranteed, especially in the NFC, but the fear around the league makes sense. Philadelphia became younger, deeper, and harder to predict. Now it must prove the transformation works when the games finally count, especially against the strongest teams in January under real playoff pressure.